Hello YouTube, VG time back again, this time with some gameplay footage of the Shenron Maidens deck versus Hercule. On the right, I am playing the Shenron deck. On the left, we have Jamel playing the Hercule deck. It's an interesting matchup. I believe it's actually favored in the Hercule deck's side, but we'll see how this kind of works out. So right now we're just going through the typical pre-game stuff. We're discussing gameplay lines from a previous game we have, which I'll have up here probably next week. And you see, going through the pre-mulligan. So basically, the reason why I feel this matchup is kind of favored in a Hercules manner is that it is just so aggressive and can put out so many attacks early on. And usually in Shenron decks, you don't really have a whole lot of combo power because of the nature of the amount of extra cards that you have in the deck. So this time though, I actually won the die roll, I believe. And because I won that die roll, it gave me a fighting chance. I sent back the whole hand because I think it was pretty garbage, and so did he. Yeah, I did speed this up because if I didn't, it would be quite a long video. So I start off with charging the bingo ball. I look at my life for a Dragon Ball, and I see that there is no Dragon Balls in my life. So of course I shuffle that up for him to be able to cut, and I end up grabbing 2 regular Dragon Balls from the deck. And then I believe I'm just going to use those 2 Dragon Balls to just draw 2 cards. I know it seems like I'm slow playing, but the whole purpose of that is so that there's no misunderstanding, and I was lucky enough to draw a 3rd one to get me towards Awakening, because you want to get Awakened pretty fast this matchup. Also played a Personal Ambition to help me draw through my deck. Hopefully get to a, ooh, look, a 2nd one. So yeah, I was pretty sacky this game, I'm not even gonna lie. And let's see, what did I end up doing? I think, yeah, I just passed the game, the turn. So he starts out with a 1-drop Gohan, getting a very powerful card. He swings on my leader. I let him know that there is, no negates on my part. And I think he was kind of confused at how the Hercule leader worked. So he asked me whether or not he can activate his effect on the battle card, and I told him he could. So you see that he goes up to 30k double strike crit, which is nothing that I can actually combo out of at this point in the game. That require a whole lot of cards, and I ended up hitting a super combo and one of my desire cards, so that was painful. So then I go back to my turn. I charge a 2nd bingo prize because even though it's a decent card, the matchup isn't slow enough for me to be tapping energy like that. So I ended up getting a 1-star ball and a regular Dragon Ball. I think I did this because I had a 1-star ball in hand, and I needed a way to get the 1-star ball out of my hand. So I know 1-star balling right here to draw a card, make him discard a card, put a little pressure on his hand. And yes, that's right, I did discard a 2nd 1-star ball. So at this point, I am at 6 Dragon Balls in the drop area, and I'm just arranging it right now so I can understand where I'm at, and so he can see where I'm at. Played a Personal Ambition, drew a card, untap, and I think I got my 7th Dragon Ball right there. So on turn 2, I was able to wish with my leader, be able to grab back a Personal Ambition, and then I, played a free assembling a squad to grab Brienne the Chateau and start searching for my maiden squadrons. So at this point, we look at the top 7, and I believe I do not see anything but Rabanra, in which case I add that to my hand. He's reading it because it's a card he hasn't really seen too much. So I believe after this I passed my turn. Oh no, had another Personal Ambition because again I was pretty sacky this game. And yeah, I believe that's it. So it goes back to him. he was able to. Now this is where I think he had a mistake at, because I believe he ends up charging yellow, and he just wanted to make sure about his leader's effects, but he ended up charging yellow because the rest of the cards in his hand were just so nuts that he didn't believe he needed red at the point. So he was making me discard a card with the Toa, giving +5 to the Hercule leader. And then he swung with the Gohan, took a life, and then activated Hercule's effect on it, which made it a 30k right there, critical. He drew his card. He made a decision to, I believe, double strike with the Champa. Yep, with the Supreme Kai. So now that's 40k double strike crit. That's pretty much guaranteed to go through on me, because again, we're dealing with Shenron here. As nice as my cards I play are, as impactful they are individually, they're not really conducive to comboing. And then he plays another Gohan. His sign swings with it. Takes a life, and yep, he decides to go on with the super combo, so it's 25 crit. Then he had another one, because just like me, he was super sacky. And so that made me lose 2 cards. He's at 35 crit, and I saw that I was not able to efficiently combo out of that. So then he swings at me with the leader, and as you can see, he had yet another one. So he's at 20k with the yep, there you go. So that's what super combo to get out of it. So it comes back to me. I have to make sure I do plays that make sense. Oh, he swung with the Toa. I have to make sure I do plays that make sense, that allow me to live. I believe I was digging for a third yellow card, because at this point, and this was also a really interesting time, because I was actually trying to decide whether or not I was going to get 2 regular Dragon Balls to draw, or get 2 1-star balls, because he only had 2 cards in hand. But I believe that the 2 1-star balls to make him strip his hand wasn't going to help me, because he has 2 Self-Awakeners on the table. And with a leader that doesn't swing, I wasn't going to be able to prevent him from awakening. And then he could just come in with the triple strike with me tapped out and just kill me automatically. So as you can see, I went for 3 draws in hopes of getting Newwst, as well as another yellow card to go along with it. I swung with the brand, because at this point in time I realized I'm off the brand that Chateau plan. I charged 1 maiden transformation, so let's see how this works out. So goes back to, I believe it goes, yep, it goes back to his turn, and he goes again with another Toa, taking another card away from me. So I discarded, the extra card, because I can't use it to defend. He swings on me with the Gohan. I took a risk and let it go through, and he ended up hitting. Yep. So now he's at 30k critical. He's discerning whether or not he's going to awaken. Get 2 more cards and see if there's anything he could do to press this a little harder, but I think he's going to just settle for the critical. And here I am going with the super combos. Yep, so I was able to change 2 together. It brought me, yep, there we go. So he was at 30. Yeah, he was at 4. It was at 35. I had to get to 40. Then he awakened. He draws 2. And as you can see, this is why he had a little bit of issues with charging that yellow. If he charged a red source, he would have been able to play that Gohan, not Gohan, the Trunks that he just ripped. And here he is, he's stripping another card away from me. So you can see this deck has a lot of really fun things it's doing in the Hercule deck. So he would strip a card away from me, had no choice but to take it. And then he said, hey, gotta risk it for the biscuit. So he discards the hand. He then swings with the Hercule, and I had to negate, luckily, that I had, again, drew off of all the drawing I was doing. He still drew a card. He had hoped that he could live through the turn, because again, he had no real idea what my deck was really doing, as far as like what my play lines were. I was able to charge to my 4th energy. And again, I think this whole matchup would have been different if he went first. I'm pretty sure I would have probably died. But because I was able to get to the 4 energy, I looked through my drop area. I believe in one of my few cards left in hands, I had a Maiden Transformation. So I was going to go for that, which I did. Oh, yeah. First, I attack into the Gohan. Make sure I don't have to deal with that the following turn. Then I go for the Maiden Transformation to strip the last card out of his hand. He's still at 4, so he didn't believe it was too much of a danger, but then I looked at my hand some more. I don't think I had any real combo power in my hand, and I might be down to like 2 or 3 cards. So I swing with the Rabamba. I knew he couldn't stop that, of course, because he had no cards in hand. I know he also used a lot of super combos at this point, so defending the subsequent attacks would be hard, so I decided to ult my Shenron leader onto the other Rabamba to give him triple attack and plus 10k. So that way he could swing 3 times. So here we go, swing number 1. If he has to take that, swing number 2. You gotta remember, Hercule's only 5k on the backside. Yep, and then swing number 3. He starts going for it. I actually got scared because he drew so many cards, but at that point he was only at 30, had no way of comboing anything else, and as you can see, there was a significant amount of visceral at the end of that because of that. But yeah, it was a great game between the both of us. You can see how the decks were meant to play out. More so the Hercule deck than the Shenron deck. I'll try to get another deck gameplay with the Shenron deck a little later on against a matchup where it's not on its back foot the entire time. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and check out other videos on this channel that YouTube is providing for us. And again, this is VG Time. Enjoy yourselves and catch you later. I'm out.